Hello, how is everyone doing today? My name is Sierra Griffin, and today we're going to talk about ethics. Um, the definition of ethics is a person's moral principles that defines one's behavior. In other words, it's a person's interpretation of what is right and what is wrong. I feel as though almost every day we're faced with ethical dilemmas. But a couple of weeks ago, we read an excerpt of Socrates and Crito. And in that, Crito was trying to get Socrates to escape from prison. Socrates used the Socratic method, which is the dialogue of asking and answering questions to draw out knowledge as well as the truth. So, in the excerpt, Crito basically gave Socrates many reasons of why he should escape. And in return, Socrates questioned Crito's every reason in order to bring out the truth as well as knowledge, as is to say, like, hey, I did this. My actions are the reason I'm here, so I have to face my consequences. So Crito even used his kids, like, what about your kids? They're just going to stay in jail and just forget about your kids. And in a sense, Socrates basically said, like, what example would I set for my kids by running out on me doing wrong? That would show them a bad example. So in that excerpt, in the end, basically, Socrates convinced Crito that why escaping prison was wrong. So my major is nursing. It's medical, so my career is medical, and I've been a CNA for 6 years. I hope to be a nurse practitioner one day, and in the medical field, ethics plays a major role. My moral reasoning, I realize that my moral reasoning may not always be the same as the next person, so I have to keep that in mind, being a nurse. Someone may not always agree with what I think is right and wrong, and vice versa. I may not always agree with what is right and wrong. That's something I just must be open to as a nurse. I have to remain professional as well as treat people with respect and dignity, no matter who they are, no matter their race, religion, or their beliefs, non-beliefs. This would be my duty as a nurse. For example, like I said, I've been a CNA for 6 years. I've experienced many ethical situations that I did not agree with as well as agree. But it wasn't my place to disagree or speak on it. So, for example, we're taught that residents have the right to refuse. So I had to give a person a shower one day, and the resident refused, even though they weren't quite in their right state of mind. So the resident's POA was called, and the POA basically told us that we had to do it anyway. I didn't agree with it because if the actual person is telling me, like, no, I don't want to do this, it's their body, it's their right, but the person in charge of them is telling us that basically do it. I feel like I'm forcing someone to do something against their will, which is, in my mind, not ethical because it's not right. But at the same time, I have a job to do, so I really had no choice. And I did it, and I feel as though it was unethical, but hey. But yeah, that's all I have to say about ethics. I thank everyone for listening, and I hope you have a great day.